Mariner Books and HarperAudio present The Best American Short Stories, 2025. Selected from U.S. and Canadian magazines by Celeste Ng, with Nicole Lamy. With an introduction by Celeste Ng. Read by Almarie Guerra, Jensen Olaya, Eric Yang, Avi Roque, Soneela Nankani, James Fouhey, Lynnette R. Freeman, and Lee Osorio. Forward. In the spring of 8th grade, I got an A- on the longest writing assignment of my 13-year-old life. Analyses of 9 short stories, along with mini biographies of their authors. My English teacher was a firm but benevolent grammarian, dedicated to great stories and vibrant tunics. Despite a grade that would mortify contemporary overachieving middle schoolers, I was proud of that A-. I still am. Even more significantly, the short story project marked the first time that my private reading life mingled a little with my school life. The reading I did away from school, in my bed, at the beach, in cars, on rocks in the woods, always had 2 settings, mine and the book's. Grains of sand are still stuck in the binding of my first copy of Little Women, though the March sisters did not live at the beach. The spruce and balsam of the Nova Scotia coast merged in my mind with the Murray's woods while I read A Wrinkle in Time by the light of a kerosene lamp in my family's tent. But until the short story project of 8th grade, the books I devoured for pleasure everywhere else didn't seem connected to what teachers assigned me in the classroom. At home, I had already started a Best American Short Stories collection. The top row of my bookshelf was lined with a mix of paperbacks and hardcover editions, the pages dotted with foxing, most of which I scored from my town library's annual sale. $1 for hardcovers, 50 cents for paperbacks. Held in early June, book sale day was one of my favorite days of the year. I would arrive early and overstuff paper grocery bags, which inevitably ripped on my walk home until I wised up one year and brought pillowcases to carry my haul. Though I came to love the form immoderately, my initial reliance on short fiction anthologies was statistical. More authors per book meant I had better odds of discovering more new, to me, writers. During my first year as series editor of the Best American Short Stories, every day has felt like library book sale day. Though now I've upgraded to tote bags full of short stories, which I carry to the beach and cafes, to my children's baseball games and their cello lessons. Even if they have led me to ignore my family on occasion, the stories have been excellent company. When I have felt despair about the direction of our country, the fiction I read this year helped me make more sense of the world than real life was able to provide. For most of this year's reading, I relied on the deluge of magazines. Some forwarded from P.O. Box to P.O. Box. Others passed through the HarperCollins New York office, and more still that arrived through email, to lead me to writers whose work I have loved for decades, and to fall for writers whose work I had never read. I'm so grateful to the dedicated editors at those magazines, most of whom have other jobs too, for publishing so many artful, moving, hilarious, always surprising stories. Beyond keeping up with my magazine mail, I also left time to explore other literary corners, both digital and analog. An electric story would usually spark an online pursuit. Following writers' digital publication trails led me to other stories they published during the year, and to small digital journals publishing vibrant work. Sometimes I realized that the story I read was part of a novel, which meant I couldn't...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?